Hey guys, Dr. Kingsley with BetterVet.
I'm Rachel, and this is our demonstration pup, Bindi, here with us today.
And today we're going to talk about everything dog teeth. How to clean your dog's teeth, how to get them used to toothbrush, and also what happens if toothbrushing isn't effective, or if you started later in the game and we already have some issues there. How many people actually brush their dog's teeth?
Do you have a lot of clients that do?
Well, it's probably a single-digit percentage. It's usually, well, I brush my dog's teeth once a month, or the groomer brushes them once a month. I mean, if you really try and put it in perspective, think about what it would be like if you didn't brush your teeth for an entire month, or one day a month. How funky would your breath be?
I don't really want to think about it.
Yeah. Where does all this awful smell come from?
A lot of it's bacteria buildup, which is really gross, especially if you think about the mouth being the start of your gastrointestinal tract and where all of that bacteria can end up. It can have serious effects in the long term. And our older patients are especially important. If they have really bad teeth and lots of infection inside their mouths, it can even cause heart issues.
Yeah. Absolutely. And a lot of times it goes undetected. Dental disease can crop up as early as 2 or 3 years old, depending on their lifestyle and what you started with them. So getting in early, getting your pet used to it when they're puppies is really, really important. And the other thing to consider is once we get to a point where we have all of that bacteria and tartar, oftentimes there's pain associated. That causes inflammation of the gums. And since they can't tell us, they're often in some level of pain that we could absolutely prevent or treat if caught. With that, we're gonna go ahead and show you guys just how to get your dog acclimated to a toothbrush. And again, keeping in mind that we wanna be patient. This does take plenty of time, and it's something that you're gonna be doing with your dog for the rest of their life on a somewhat consistent basis. So more than once a week, preferably every day. I mean, again, think about how often you brush your teeth. So with that, we're gonna give you guys a demo and give you some tips on how to do it. We're gonna start with our little soft finger brush. You can get these on Amazon or PetSmart. You just wanna make sure it's nice and soft. And we're gonna start by just introducing it to him. Sammy, brush. Good. And so now you can tell his body language is very relaxed. He doesn't seem to mind. So we're gonna start to graduate to actually lifting up his lip and just gently making contact with his teeth and then rewarding when he does. So, see me brush? Good. We're gonna keep moving forward on working with this because his body language is still nice and soft. He's still very interested in what we're doing. If they're really resistant to letting you touch their mouth, you might either try working on other commands that they're comfortable with and come back to it. Just don't try and push it on him. That was very good. The biggest thing and the biggest take home is be patient. Take small victories. Each time we have a good little session like this that is positive reinforcement, we don't expect him to just sit there and let us brush all of his teeth on day one. It's gonna take possibly several weeks to really get him to a point where he is comfortable and allows us to add toothpaste and then really get in and brush most of his teeth to where we're getting to a point of a therapeutic level of prevention. Sammy's, again, about 6 months old, so the sooner you get these guys started and conditioned to having their teeth brushed, then the better they're going to be long term. You can start when they have baby teeth. Those are their trial teeth. They're gonna lose them and then have their adult teeth in, and by that time, hopefully they'll be used to having their teeth brushed. So there are a ton of products on the market that can help prevent dental disease and further tartar accumulation. PetSmile toothpaste, they make some really great finger brushes as well as ones that look more like human brushes. There's tons of different dental treats and chews and prescription diets. Hills makes a diet called TD that we can feed as a treat basis. Usually we don't recommend feeding it exclusively. There's even water additives that you can add to their water, but make sure you monitor how much they're drinking if they don't like the way it makes the water taste. With all of those products, it's still not a replacement for a full anesthetic professional cleaning and assessment, just like it's not for us.
Yep, and it is important to check the VOHC website to make sure that the product that you're choosing is actually effective in the way that we want it to work. And once you do that, getting into a routine is super easy. And again, dental cleanings are still recommended, but you can prolong the frequency and get a little bit more time out of your pet's oral health before you need professional treatment.
We've talked about why everything's important, but how do you even know that your dog has dental disease?
Honestly, the biggest complaint that we get is bad breath. Even more so than usual, especially from pet parents who have dogs that like to be in their face and give them kisses. If the odor is changing and it is more offensive to you as an individual, there's probably some extra stuff going on inside that mouth that needs to be checked out.
What if you're a little late to the game and you already have established dental disease with your pet?
That's a great question. And a reminder that you actually definitely don't want to start brushing if you're noticing things like your pet dropping food or pieces of kibble around, or if they're avoiding chewing on one side of their mouth. That can be a big sign that there's already progressed dental disease and you need to see a veterinarian. Once it gets to that point, one, you'll likely need some antibiotics to take care of the infection, but two, a veterinarian with a professional dental cleaning is really the only way to treat at that stage.
The best route of reversing any dental disease that is there, or cleaning the teeth, treating any infections, is with, like you said, an anesthetic dental cleaning. So it is an anesthetic procedure. Typically your dog is evaluated, so if there's any heart conditions, they usually will have blood work run and make sure everything is in line for that procedure to be safe for them. Once they're all checked out, they will be put under anesthesia. They can have their teeth completely cleaned, polished, they'll get full dental x-rays, just like you and I would get, make sure there aren't any surprises underneath the gum line that need to be addressed. Extractions might be warranted, but oftentimes your pet is already in pain. So once we fix the problem and everything heals, they actually end up feeling much, much better. Once the dental disease is treated, we can then go back and start that brushing regimen, try and prevent further damage or further teeth extractions, anything that might need. Let's talk about clients who are trying to avoid anesthesia and are seeking anesthetic-free dental cleanings.
That one is a tricky one. Like we've seen, there is definitely a benefit of working with the teeth and doing some treatments while your pet is awake. Unfortunately, the thoroughness of the cleaning for anesthetic-free cleanings is not ideal if there is progressed dental disease. It is also something that the pet has to be comfortable with, and so it takes a lot of training. If you're not having success at home with your own pet that's comfortable with you and brushing their teeth, then it's going to be much harder for a professional who doesn't know them to come in and do the same thing.
Same thing for us. If you brush your teeth twice a day, you floss every day, you're still going to need your teeth professionally cleaned at some point. So don't feel like if your veterinarian recommends a dental cleaning that you failed in some way. You're still probably an absolute rock star of an owner and keep on keeping on. I think we pretty much covered from nose to tail, all the highlights of dental hygiene. So if we missed anything, if you guys have questions, comments, go ahead and post them down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the way out.
Let us know your favorite flavor of toothpaste that works for your pets, or anything else that you've tried that you've had success with.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I know. You did so good. You did so good.